more irrigation. We have to get this debris out of the canals, out of the isthmus areas, opening up lateral anatomy. So if you save 40 to 60% on your preparation time, please spend another minute or two on your irrigation program. Just do some bit more, whatever you do at this stage. So let's end off with a few more cases. Primary files. In this case, I did use the medium file in the distal root. Lower central incisor, the primary file. 2 canals joining up at the apex. Upper molar, quite small calcified canals. You can see here on the CBCT scan, even I couldn't see the canals. What file did I use? Not the small file, the primary file, because my work was to open up the canals, make it light path, and it will accept the primary file. This is an easy case. I just used the primary file in all 3 canals. Another molar with a little bit curves, the primary file. Another molar, the primary file. Another molar, the primary file. Look at this lateral anatomy we picked up here. A lateral canal coming from mid-root area right down to the apical part. The shape allowed the irrigation to go in there and to clean all the lateral anatomy. Here's a case that one of my friends did with just the primary file. Severe curvatures on a lower molar, primary file. So let's stop there. I actually want to show you one more. I will show you one last case, because I'm going to talk a little bit about gutter core. Gutter core makes these challenging curved canals very easy to obturate as well. The new gutter core, as you know, is pink because they strengthened it a little bit. The old system was plastic. The next system was compressed gutter per chop, but it was very, very brittle, the grey one. And now they've made pink gutter core that's a slight bit stronger than the previous generation. One of the big problems that we have with gutter core is the amount of cement to place inside the canal. So I want to share with you what I do in my practice all the time. If I place cement with gutter core, now I've actually took the wrong video clip. Let me just see if I can find the other one quickly, otherwise I'll just explain it to you. That's why I put the video clip here, to show you how I put the cement in. Could be this one, yeah. Let's just pull this one out. Give me 1 second.
يلا قومي زي تمشي القطر الساعة 2 معاها حاجة زي بنزين ليه؟
Okay, so the way I find most predictable to put the cement in is to take a paper point and cut the last 3 millimeters off the paper point. So I can't get cement into the apical part of the canal. Then I cover the paper cone with cement, take the excess off, you can do it on tissue paper as well, and then paint the entire canal with the cement. And then you follow that up with an uncut paper point, similar size to your prep, and you push it into that cement, and it takes the cement nicely down. With this technique, we only need about 30 to 40 microns of cement. So you can't use the same cement that we use with lateral condensation or warm vertical. We need a tiny bit of cement because of the reason that when we downpack a canal, if we do lateral condensation or we do system B or obtura, when we bring the carrier in, the cement can come out on the top and maybe a little bit onto lateral anatomy. When we bring a carrier in, the moment we bring the carrier in, we create a vacuum on top. So the only place the cement can go is right through the top or in lateral anatomy. It can't go anywhere else. So we have to change the amount of cement that we put into these canals. And that's the most predictable way that I found to do cement application for gutter core. The second thing that we have to be careful of is the speed that we introduce the gutter core to length. It should be 5 to 7 seconds. It can't be quick. If you pick up the carrier and you squeeze it into the canal, you're going to see a lot of cement overfills as well. Sergio Cutler, apparently, that I heard from someone, uses the terminology or the analogy of saying 1 elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants, 4 elephants, 5 elephants, 6 elephants, 7 elephants. Then you must be at working length. So you can't just say 1 elephant. Okay. It must be 1 elephant, 2 elephants, 3 elephants, 4 elephants, at least 5 to 7 elephants before you reach working length. You also need to give the gutta percha time to flow into lateral anatomy and to fill the canal three-dimensionally properly. So we'll end off with this last case. What I do with gutta core as well, I get rid of the stop. I don't use the stopper because it's in my way all the time if I obturate multiple canals. So I like to take the stop off completely, and then I measure my lengths according to the working length I've got, and I just mark it with a permanent marker. So there's no issue of having to deal with the stop when you have it in the oven as well. So let's look at this last case. Patient presented with a large amalgam. I open up, took the decay out, exposed the nerve. We decided we're going to do a root canal treatment here. I build it up with composite. You can see there, they have full solid walls. Do our length determination, do our glide path, and we prep with the primary file, the 2507 in all 3 canals. I'm not going to show you the whole video tip again. One of the things I used for the last 3 months in my practice that I love is an irrigation device called Eddy. It's from VDW. I've got all the irrigation devices in my practice, but I must tell you, this thing impressed me better than anything else in the last few months in India. It fits on an ultrasonic scaler, not a normal, an air scaler. On the KVO and the NSK air scaler, it's a plastic fiber tip, and it vibrates at about 6,500 hertz. And you can't believe how it squishes the liquid through these canals, and it cleans beautifully. If you use it for 30-40 seconds, you look through the microscope at the pulp chamber, it looks like someone has steam cleaned the inside of the pulp chamber. And you can imagine how it moves the liquids inside. I don't think I've got a close-up view. I might have a close-up view to show you the liquids. But 30-40 seconds in each canal. In this case, I also use Endovac. I usually use a combination of devices. Then we fit our gutta core carrier. Gutta core verifier is fit to check, will the carrier fit into length and which size carrier and obturator should be used. So my objectives here is to fit the carrier in a wet canal, not a dry canal. I must be able to take the carrier size that I select, push it nicely to length without any obstruction, and also be able to turn the carrier so I know it's loose. If it's too tight, then I take a smaller size. So in this case, we elected a 25 to obturate with. So here I'm showing you the cement application again. The paper point that's pre-cut. So I'm putting quite a bit of cement on the top part of the canals. This is the mesial canals. Then I take an uncut paper point and I push it right down to length to take that cement down. Now we're ready to place the gutta core. Remember, 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant, 4 elephant, 5 elephant, 6 elephant, 7 elephant, 8 elephant. Wow. Not in one movement. Must be a slow, continuous movement, and then the second carrier, and then the third carrier. And with this obturation system, we can get beautiful obturations. We don't see any failures. We only see failures if we don't irrigate well with it, and if we don't prep the canals properly. And the fact that this stuff is now brittle forces dentists to prep the canals. One of the major reasons why old thermofill failed so much is because people used it and abused it to push it into unprepared canal. With this you can't. If you push it into an unprepared canal, it's going to break. So if you have continuous breakage on your gutta core, you know there's something wrong with your preparation. And there goes the third one in. You can see they're all in a nice, slow, controlled motion that I push them down. And our final result before we remove rubber dam, and there you can see our three-dimensional obturation. So very effective system. I use probably about 40-50% of gutta core, and 40-50% is system B, Calamus dual type of systems. Again, I want to invite you to go to my website. You can download this technique card. but it will only be on the website next Monday probably, when I get home. My website developer is away, and he can't put it on. So from next week, Monday, there will be a new button, Wave 1 Gold, and I'll load for you 2 articles, one from Julian Weber and one from Cliff Ruddle, and then I'll load this technique card for you, and with time we'll start loading up video clips, what will be there. So your take-home message for this last part of the presentation, sorry, I forgot to change this one, I think 80%, here it is. 80% of time, it's a single file technique, but sometimes we have to use 1 or 2 more files. And there's new properties of this gold alloy allow easy preparation of challenging root canal systems. And I want to urge you, if you were put off by Wave 1 system, to just try this once more in your practice, because you'll be amazed to see the results that you can get. And I think you'll experience that in our hands-on workshop as well this afternoon. So with that, I thank you for your kind attention, to spend time with me this morning. I would also like to invite you to listen to my lecture tomorrow morning when we talk about Prototype Next. I will probably review 10 minutes just on glide path because it's so important for people to know that. And then we will go into how I use Prototype Next clinically with lots of little tips on Prototype Next as well. So that will be on tomorrow morning's program. So thank you for your attention.
Doctor, I want to ask about the available lenses of the file.
I thought you were never going to ask. I thought you were never going to ask me that. 21, 25, and 31s.
20?
21, 25, 31.
Oh,
Okay. You must also remember the handle is shorter, I think. So you got on a 25, you can very easily get in the back of the mouth as well. Because like Prototype Next, the handles are not full length like Prototype University. Any other questions? Yes. The question is, what is the difference in transportability between Wave 1 and Wave 1 Gold? I can't tell you because I haven't seen a study. Okay. As I said, there's one study done by Aragunan and Sergio Cutter where they just checked the flexibility, the bending stress, and also cyclic fatigue. Okay. I've got those results here. Just for interest sake, I think the cyclic fatigue resistance was 57% more. But I haven't seen studies there. I think it will be less. It must be less, but we haven't got that proof yet. Usually when they launch Prototype Next, what I will discuss tomorrow morning as well, is what's the in-house data of Dentsply to show us what's the difference between Prototype Next and Prototype Universal. But I haven't supplied us with the in-house data at this stage on transportability. I'm sure.
No, thank you. No questions.
Any other questions? Can we move on to the hands-on? Okay, right.